everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Poorly Planned Podcast. My name is Benedict. You may know me better as BHL Hudson. Here we talk about movies, TV shows, a bunch of nonsense. With me, as always, is my friend, co-host, and returning to the pod, buddy, Frederick.
God, does it feel good? Again, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, in terms of chronology, this won't be
yes.
the latest one that comes out?
No, which is why I was trying to restrain myself there a little bit.
Exactly, because I'm sitting here beaming. We're back. My God, it feels kind of crazy. Again, this will be underwhelming for the people who already listened to the last few pods, but yes. For us, this is the beginning of or the continuation of a golden era, if you will. Yeah. So we, for those listening, we are. This is a. God, where do I even start? What the fuck are we doing here? The lore is crazy.
This is a cheeky little pre-recorded pod, but the way this works, even though the pod, you will have seen the teaser for the return of the pod, presumably a few different episodes, but this is in fact the first pod we are recording back to the podding ways. So it is quite a special moment.
We simply couldn't wait till we were there in person together. We had to crank one out.
The itch was too strong. Whoa. We can't say that on top of each other. The itch was too strong and we had to crank one out. But also like facts though.
But also like low-key super true.
Kind of spitting high key. But yeah, so we are back. So we're going to try not to make it a whole we're back thing, because we will do that more, I guess, more disingenuously when the actual return pod.
We'll write a little script, act it out, I guess.
But yeah, so basically, as I assume we've established in previous pods, we're trying to do it every week. Some weeks we just will not be able to do it for whatever reason. We both are adult men with adult lives. For some reason, I was about to say we're adult men with adult diapers. I don't know why that was like the first thing that came to my mind.
I think also saying the fact, like emphasizing that we're adult men makes it sound like we're very much not that. Yeah, clearly alien boys.
Yeah. Clearly not two kids in a trench coat standing on top of each other. But so occasionally,
not 8 foot tall Ralph Macchio. Sorry, go on.
Occasionally, we're going to miss a week, but because we are dedicated to, dare I say, the pod grind set, we're gonna try to not actually miss a week in terms of uploads. So that's when you're gonna get these pre-recorded pods. I feel like it's not that hard to grasp.
But I think it should be applauded how we could receive the world-renowned reward of the most proactive boys.
I think we should be knighted for our dedication to the podcasting space.
Thought long and hard, and this is what I'll have. Thank you.
But with that in mind, I guess we can just kind of just fucking dive into it, yo.
Are we just gonna fuck and dive into it?
Yeah. The face you pulled, one of Glee. Yeah. Well, today we are doing a sequel pod to low-key one of my favorite pods we've done, I'm pretty sure.
I would agree. Yeah.
A kind of a hood classic. It's the Would You Rather movie edition. And in case you have not listened to the first episode, actually, do I need to explain this? Have you ever played the game Would You Rather? Yeah. Do you know what those words mean in sequence? I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Okay, start out by insulting the fans. I get you. I like the strategy.
Yeah. I've gotten meaner in the time off.
The last year, you've just been working on your insults. It shows.
But yeah, we're just gonna kind of go bar for bar, I guess. Just exchange Would You Rathers.
Exactly. We've both come up with a few. I think I've got like 8 to 10 different ones here.
I think I will
say I started out. I think I had to, again, we need to get back into the pod kind of mindset, because I started out, I've kept some of these, but some of these were a bit crass. I'm a level with you. And so then I went back and watched the previous pod, Would You Rather? First of all, very enjoyable, I thought, not to toot our own horns, but then also I realized, okay, we can be goofy with it, but I also I had to delete a few of the ones I'd already written. I'm gonna put it that way.
Okay. The really racist ones.
No, those I've kept.
Yeah, that's all of them. All 10.
Those are very acceptable.
But
So
yeah,
do you want to kick it off?
I could kick it off because I have similarly I've started sort of normal. I'm then progressed, into actually, I've tried to keep it relatively normal. I low-key kind of expected you to, as these things usually go, you might come up with some slightly more out there ones. So I've tried to ground us slightly, but I do have some.
That's good because I'd say they're still a bit out there.
Okay.
So
Okay. But yeah, also there are time codes down below if you want to skip around to the different segments, the different questions. So yeah, I say let's just jump into it. That's what I say.
Oh my god, this feels so good.
This
Anyways,
does feel.
I'm sorry.
This feels.
This feels right.
This feels fucking great. And I will say, if we're off our game, I feel like we get like a pass this episode because it is the first one back technically. But also low-key, I'm feeling very fucking on my game right now. So
I'm kind of feeling fire right now. So as the kids say, "Esket it."
As the kids say, what, like, I don't think anyone under the age of 20 will have ever heard that phrase before. God. Anyway, esket it. We're gonna kick it off. Pretty basic one, pretty normal one, but I think this is interesting to explore, and it relates to the.
I just know you're gonna come up with some like, would you rather be Iron Man or Captain America?
No, I've gone slightly more out there than that. Thank you very much. However, it's kind of
sorry. Go on.
It is kind of that coded. But it relates to two properties that had recent entries, at least when we're recording this, which actually will be completely irrelevant by the time it comes out. I've just realized. But anyway, would you rather be in an alien movie, like a character in an alien movie, or be a character in a Jurassic movie?
Ooh. Okay.
So you getting chased by something deadly.
My God, this is a good one to start off with. You know what? Low key, I'm feeling very confident in my answer saying a Jurassic movie.
You know what? As I said it out loud, I was like, that's actually a very easy question because, first of all, the rate of survival of characters in Jurassic versus Alien movies, that you're much more likely to survive a Jurassic movie. Pretty much everyone dies in an Alien movie all the time. Also,
true.
Go ahead.
I just think there's an inherent terror that comes with the Alien movies of, like, obviously in the Jurassic, you're kind of like chilling, and then suddenly there's a dinosaur, you're like, oh, shit, run for your life, stuff like that. And there are longer sequences of scare, but the Alien one, you're usually just trapped in a ship, and it's haunting you, and it's just, it seems like a very terrifying way to go out, even if it's, you survive for a few hours and then suddenly gets there. And even if you survive, I feel like you'd be more traumatized with this alien thing than if, like, a T-Rex was chasing you.
No, for sure. Also, just like the environment is you're trapped on this tiny spaceship, and as opposed to like you would be in like a beautiful park. Also, if you manage to get out of an alien movie alive, you're usually still stuck in space. Like the Jurassic movies, you get picked up by a helicopter. You're chilling. I will say one point.
You go to Alan Grant's house.
You get to hang out with the goat Mahershala, maybe. That's a win.
True.
I will say, in defense of Alien versus Jurassic, I think there are more things trying to kill you in a Jurassic movie, like in Alien. Although in Aliens, like there's like fucking 50 aliens, so that's actually not true. But there's I don't know. I feel like there's maybe more of a variety of ways to die in a Jurassic movie, which some could see as a downside.
Well,
you could be eaten on a toilet.
Talk to me. So are we? True. Are we more like in the park? Is it more like the first Jurassic Park where like the park breaks down and we're kind of like Ian Malcolming running around with a flare trying to get away, or is it kind of like we're just stuck in a jungle where anything can come at us?
No, I think you're in a movie scenario. You're in like Jurassic World Rebirth, where you're going to the island for some
honestly
reason.
I think I could outsmart those dinos, whereas the alien clearly a high IQ compared to I.
Yes. No, I would argue the Stegosaurus.
You agreed too fast.
No, I agree. I think we could plot armor our way through a Jurassic movie. I think that's a decided victory right there. All right, we'll take that.
Nice. Okay, I'm gonna start out light. You know what?
Okay.
We're gonna escalate throughout the episode.
Okay.
But
hit me up.
Would you rather be invited to a murder mystery party with Benoit Blanc, or spend a week working in the food truck with Guy Favreau?
First of all, did you call him
Not Guy Favreau,
Favreau?
Jon Favreau.
Who is Guy Favreau?
I think I wrote Guy Fieri to begin with, and I was like, that's not right. And then Jon Favreau.
I don't know. Guy Favreau. That sounds like a fucking cool ass dude. I would want to hang out with that guy.
That's a Chad.
See, I went for like which of these two bad options is worse, but you went for which of these two peak life experiences would be more orgasmic.
Those are my exact thoughts when I wrote this down.
Goodness. I mean, okay, here's how, I guess this kind of, it's a little bit of a Rorschach test of what kind of person you are, because the murder mystery, I think you're bound to have more adventure, but with that also comes a little bit more danger. Something bad could happen to you in a murder mystery. Usually someone else dies as it's unfolding. Could be you, your bum ass.
Yeah.
Or...
Okay, I'm gonna say this. This beautiful hypothetical does not involve you being the victim, or at least the first victim.
I mean, I didn't think
that Benoit Blanc has to solve.
You wouldn't be.
Would you rather die and have Benoit look for clues?
I mean,
or work with Guy Favreau.
To be fair, being a victim who Benoit Blanc, touches, no.
To be fair, being a victim that Benoit Blanc lightly molests wouldn't be too bad.
I mean, being a victim who's investigated, his death is investigated by Benoit Blanc, low-key, like a huge honor. I'd
argue that there's nothing more insulting, but go on.
But my point wasn't that you are the first person who dies who then like kicks off the mystery. But you know how like in Glass Onion, doesn't someone get fucking shot halfway through? Like I'm just saying you're around more danger than you are in the food truck, I would assume. Although who knows what Guy Favreau's getting up to in there.
In fact, you're right. Batista does get poisoned.
See? Exactly. So that could be you. But also, I don't know, man. You're working in a food truck. Like you're putting in like a shift. You know what I mean? Like
you're putting in a shift, but at the same time, it's you're bringing joy to the masses. You're traveling the world. You're making great food.
That's true. I don't think Favreau travels
and you're with Jon Favreau.
I think
okay, but he travels throughout the states, doesn't he?
Yeah, he travels through like Northern California or something. I don't know, but
I want to see Northern California with Favreau.
That does sound pretty. Well, where are you leaning on this? I'm struggling here.
Well, I can't even lie, and this you've made it better. But when I said like a murder mystery party, I genuinely like didn't even imagine anyone actually dying, but like just like a party of a murder mystery.
I see.
But you've made it you've made it better. You've taken what I birthed and you've elevated it.
Gotcha.
And so I think if it was a murder mystery party before where there was no stakes, I would do that. But now that there are stakes, I think I'm a chill in the food truck with Favreau. I think it'd be a good time.
I do see you as a very food truck with Favreau kind of guy. Sorry.
Thank you. Oh, okay.
But I don't know. To be fair, murder mystery, I low-key would be more down for the murder mystery than the murder mystery party, because I feel like the party, much as seen in Glass Onion, Benoit would kind of ruin the vibe. Low-key, he'd be a know-it-all.
You bring up a good point.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I might
exactly who the crossbow is going to shoot.
Yeah, it's just he can't read the room. I might join you in the food truck, honestly. That could go kind of nutty. We could play some tunes.
3 is a crowd, but
yeah, okay. I said it first, but I feel like we could cook up some crazy stuff in there with Favreau.
I think so as well. It sounds like we're making a mixtape, which I hope we will.
Yeah, exactly. Food and also lyrically. Yeah. Okay, I'm happy about that. That makes me the idea that fills me with peace. My next one, I realize here you may not have seen one of the movies involved in this, but I can also, it's quite self-explanatory.
Okay, you can set the scene.
Okay, did you see 28 Years Later?
I did not.
Okay, well, I can explain what I mean by this.
Okay, I'm gonna lock in a thought that I think might be what you're gonna talk about. But anyways, go on.
Well, it depends on if you know this one distinct character from the movie who's kind of a bit of an icon, maybe. But my would you rather here is: would you rather fight Ben Affleck's Batman, or fight, and I quote what I've written here, the Big Dick Zombie from 28 Years Later?
Yes, I knew you were going to bring up the Big Dick Zombie. I haven't seen the movie, but I know about the Big Dick Zombie, of course.
Not going to ask how or why or what your search history looks like.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Basically, because the way I picture this, I wanted to have Affleck Batman in there because I just think he's like hilariously, comically violent. Like he's like, for like a superhero character, he's so like, he would be a genuine terror to fight. And the Big Dick Zombie is also enormous and ravenous and does have just the schmeat to the
schmeat to back it up. So it would be a defeat both. Well, assuming I lose, it would be a defeat both kind of physically, but also a mental game of him belittling my own manhood.
I mean, I did think that was like subconsciously part of his game. That when he's running at you, like it's gotta. That the swinging schmeat has got to make you feel like just unhappy about yourself as well. You know?
Is there hypnotic element as it swings and dangles from side to side? I think you kind of get drawn into a false sense of kind of
security,
horndoggery.
I mean, I think there could be like a blunt force trauma element to the schmeat. Honestly, that's how how crazy this shit was, man. You got to see, but this guy's in action. It's actually nuts. No pun intended.
So you used it as a club. Oh my god. So
he could maybe
fight an angry, very, very violent Ben Affleck who's buff, or fight a huge zombie who uses his penis as a sword.
Yep.
God, this is one for the thinking man.
Very relatable scenario.
Because I haven't seen 28 Years Later. Do the zombies run? What's the general kind of difficulty in killing these things? Are we talking like Walking Dead zombies, or are we talking more kind of...
No, they run, and they're very durable. I'm pretty sure this guy... I mean, it depends on the zombies. There's like some fat zombies who are pretty easy to kill, but in this guy, I think he tanks a lot of he tanks some bullets. He is... I will say he is... he's not stopped, but he is... I don't know. I was going to say apprehended. That's the wrong word. He is slowed down. He's halted by...
He's taken to court.
by a cheeky Fiennes cameo. Ralph Fiennes, who uses medical miracles to...
He uses what? Medical miracles?
He's a doctor in the movie, and he uses like a blow dart or whatever that has anesthesia or whatever in it, and that stops the zombie in its tracks.
Okay.
So, I think there's...
Interesting.
Can I see Fiennes doing that to Ben Affleck Batman? Not really, you know? So I feel like there's a possibility of a chance of... Also, Zombie is dumber than Affleck Batman. I feel like Affleck Batman is going to, break every bone in your body.
He might, but at the same time, I feel like you can reason with Affleck Batman. You know, if I cower...
Yeah.
You know, which I don't intend on doing ever, obviously. But if I were to cower...
Yeah,
I'm sure he would break a few bones and just kind of leave me in a bit of a bloody mess instead of killing me. Whereas the zombie is gonna both kill me and rub his schmeat all over me, which I don't want.
Yeah, that is his MO, I believe. I will say, Affleck Batman is pretty sadistic, so I feel like even cowering, that might. Loki, that might turn him on. He might go even harder after that. He might rub his schmeat on you. I don't think that's out of the question.
God, these are two sexually devious scenarios that I don't know how to get
I don't know why I've turned this very schmeat related. What are you? Okay.
Also, 15 minutes ago, I'm trying to ground us.
Yeah. Second question. So, whose dick would you rather have rubbed all over your face? Would it be the zombie or?
Or violent Affleck, who's gonna love it when you cower?
Yeah, I don't know.
Honestly, I'm gonna go Affleck just because of the more human aspect of it. So
fair,
and that's all I'll say.
Fair.
No comment on the schmeat.
Fair. I feel like we commented a lot on the schmeat, but I understand.
What are you going with?
I would go the same. Yeah.
Okay. I've got a few that, given the Schmeat direction we took in the last one, that might be a pretty seamless segue.
Of course you do.
All right, I'm gonna go for this one. Would you rather only be able to climax to the Justice League animated theme song,
Goodness.
or only climax when someone else says "I am Groot"?
Wow. I mean, it's bold of you to assume this is not my current state of life, but
Bold of you to assume that I can climax. Anyway, sorry.
I mean, but okay, is this just to clarify the in-universe rules here? Is it I'm only able to climax if the song is playing, or when the song plays do I climax? Because I will say my ringtone on my phone is the Justice League theme song. So
so you mean like if it's like a trigger or
yeah,
like,
yeah, because that would
like
kind of be
an open door
every time I get a phone call. That would be, that wouldn't be
Ooh,
great.
that's oh my god. Well, I feel like you could change your ringtone.
No, I think I'd keep it, honestly. Yeah.
Let's go and say it's not like a trigger, but just that you have to, like, it needs to be there. You need to hear it to happen.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily, it doesn't trigger it, but it allows it to happen. You can only hear it in that, like, 1 minute kind of time span.
Okay. I mean,
unless you, of course, play it on repeat when you're making love or self-love.
Which honestly doesn't seem like that bad of a scenario. That is like a kind of baller ass theme. Can we combine the Justice League and the Justice League Unlimited theme? Because
I thought you were gonna say, can we combine the Justice League and the I Am Groot and just create a super orgasm?
I feel like it would be more complicated to work I Am Groot into things than the Justice League theme. Am I wrong in assuming that? Just for my own personal enjoyment of affairs, I think the Justice League theme would do less to, like, ruin the vibe than someone saying I am Groot to me. Justice League theme is kind of just like can be background music. I am Groot, that's a very distinct conscious thing someone is saying, and it would make me think of the Marvel brand while I am engaged, and I don't want to be doing that all the time.
I think you've explained yourself out of this well.
Thank you.
I'll say that. I think there is good justification for your choice.
What about you? Please talk to me about your orgasms.
Well, let me open up a bit. I think I'm very much in a similar vein, because I don't want no person or myself have to actually no, because another person saying I am Groot when I am about to touch the stars, if you get what I mean. So I'm just with you. Having it as background music might not be the best, but comparatively, it'll do the job with the Justice League theme.
Also, that theme does go kind of crazy. Just putting
it does kind of go crazy as well. So
yeah, I'm quite happy with this one actually. This is
okay.
This is a thinker. Would you rather have your life filmed Truman Show style? So everything you do is filmed and broadcast to the world.
Okay.
Or permanently and irreversibly look like Oswald Cobblepot. And I am talking the Colin Farrell version of the Penguin character.
Don't Cobblepot me.
So that's
the Colin Farrell version. Not the worst looking version.
Because regular Cobblepot, he can kind of be, he can just be like sort of a short fat guy with like a cigar. But the Farrell version is pretty, I hate to say it, he's pretty hard to look at.
He is hard to look at. But I mean, I think there's been worse looking penguins as well.
No.
He is hard to look at. Yeah.
DeVito?
DeVito, for sure.
You would rather look like Farrell Penguin than DeVito? I feel like DeVito Penguin just looks kind of more eccentric. Like Farrell looks like more frightening, I think.
Am I just thinking of the wrong penguin? Let me hear.
No, I mean, you're thinking Farrell. I don't know how you could like confuse Farrell and DeVito Penguin. They're quite distinct looks.
You would rather look like DeVito Penguin? That is crazy. That is one of the craziest things I've ever heard.
DeVito Penguin is like, it's not a great look, but it's Cobblepot is, he's.
I feel like you don't remember what DeVito Penguin looks like. I just looked him up, and he.
I mean, I can picture like the GIF of him where he's like
he's got the nose of Pinocchio and the most sunken eyes I've ever seen.
Okay, no, okay, okay, well, question stands: would you rather look like Oswald Cobblepot or Truman Show?
Yeah, so we got off on a bit of a tangent there. Okay, so for the Truman Show, do I know my life is the Truman Show? Or, so can I, like, kind of, not do certain things that I otherwise maybe would?
Yes, you know your life is the Truman Show, but I feel like that's almost worse. I feel like ignorance is bliss, because if you know you're being filmed all the time, you can never be your true self, because as we know, you are a scoundrel.
It's true. Half my ways would cease to exist. Looking like Cobblepot, do I get the kind of like the status and fame and money that comes with that as well?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
If anything, you have less status and any possessions than you have now.
Okay. Ooh.
I mean, it's just you, but you wake up tomorrow and you look like Colin Farrell Penguin.
Oh my god, that'd be so awful. Okay, question.
Yep.
Does this come as a shock to the people around me, or are they cool with it?
No, it comes as it's like everyone is like, "What the fuck happened to you?" Like it's just.
Oh my god! Yeah. Absolutely not. I'd definitely do the Truman Show
24/7.
I'd rather be filmed 24/7 than literally every single person leave me in my life because I look like Colin Farrell's Penguin because they don't believe me that that's who I am now.
No. They comprehend that it's you. You go through various hoops that you prove it's you. They just like something. Okay, let's say you don't wake up. Let's say you get in like a horrific car accident. That's how you look after. You look identical to Colin Farrell's Penguin. I think you should be less focused on the logistics of it and more just.
But I feel like but at the same time, I think the logistics of being Colin Farrell's Penguin is the worst part of it.
But they don't. It's not like you've been body swapped. They don't leave you because they think you're someone else. It's like you just look like that now, and they will react how you look then. So if you think everyone would leave you without your handsome looks, then that's something to consider.
That we've gotten deep. We've gotten very deep. Now we're talking about my insecurities. Nah, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go Truman Show.
Yeah.
No offense, Cobblepot. I'm gonna stick it.
Yeah. I'ma stick it.
Are you telling me you're going Cobblepot?
No, I'd go Truman Show as well. I feel like I wouldn't be that. It'd be alright. I'm not that interesting. I don't think people would watch really. Like it's not like I'm doing anything too crazy. Like
I'm the same. Like I feel like people would be like, "Oh, this is interesting," and then kind of be the kind of thing that you go back to every few seasons and watch me do some stupid shit, and then you leave.
Honestly, low-key, people do that now with like fucking streaming. Like it's just like they're like people have just like cameras following them around and shit. So like I don't know. It's not saying that. I'm not saying that's a good thing, but like it'd be less deep than becoming Cobbleface.
It would, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Being Cobblepot would be the worst thing ever. All right. Okay, that was a good one. I give you many a cred. Let's see here.
Thank you.
All right, here's one. This is the first one I thought of. Would you rather once every movie a character, doesn't have to be the main character, but a character in that movie, when that character is introduced, immediately breaks the fourth wall and says the actor's name as well. So an example could be like, "Hi, I'm Billy Crash. Just kidding, I'm actually Walton Goggins."
Okay.
Right?
All right.
Have that happen every movie? Or have every movie have to work in the full name of the movie at some point in the movie? So it could be like, I guess this is just the secret life of Walter Mitty, or, oh my god, you can call me the boy in the striped pajamas. Kind of thing.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm pretty sure that line actually exists in that movie. I don't know why you use that example. I think that you've just taken that direct quote. That would go super hard. I'd love that, man. If they had to work the title,
the final bit,
that'd be kind of goated, man. Yeah, no, if they have to work the title into every movie.
But what if it's like, let's think about some of the, and it includes subtext, like, and it has to be like unbroken. So like, let's say there's a movie that's got a super long, ridiculous title, or like a subtitle or subtext, you have to work that in somehow.
So if they could work in like Birdman or The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance into the flow of the dialogue,
they'd have to say that.
Or Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I guess we're just experiencing Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Direct quote. Cliff
These are
Booth.
great examples.
Exactly. No, I would. So is this like a mandated law? Like they have to do like? Because I feel like you could.
Both of these you have to do.
I don't know, the actor thing. I just feel like it would break my immersion more.
This is War Machine. I'm actually Don Cheadle.
I mean, no, I think I'll go with the title. I think the title could.
I'm definitely just playing devil's advocate. I think the title is definitely
title could go kind of crazy.
The correct move.
Yeah, no, I would say title drop in movie goes pretty hard. There's actually a Letterboxd account that rates movies based on if they say the title.
The title drops.
Yeah, but they have like a rating system where like if they sort of imply the title, it's like 1.5 stars, and it's pretty good actually. I enjoy that.
All right.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go to a little bit more of a normal one. But I like the implications here. I don't like the implications, but I think it could make for a tough question. Would you rather have Mr. Fantastic's powers or the Human Torch's powers, but they also activate randomly? So you have control over them. Like you can stretch and you can do fire or whatever, but also sometimes they will just like turn on completely out of the blue. And you have no control over it.
Okay.
Actually, wait, when I think about this,
I feel like
this is pretty obvious. This is actually not a very hard one.
So I feel like for some superpowers that are very like turn on and off, this is like the Human Torch. Yeah. But isn't Mr. Fantastic just not always? Isn't he just always Mr. Fantastic and can stretch?
Okay, I guess in my head I was thinking like...
Or are you saying that he suddenly just like explodes outwards in like a sea of limbs?
No, I mean, I think I was thinking of like... I feel like whenever his powers are failing him or something, his like arm becomes like really noodly and droopy. So I guess I was picturing like your body just becomes like a noodly droopy mess randomly. Like if you're like, I don't know, you're driving a car and then just suddenly you lose all like...
And then suddenly you just kind of, okay.
I don't know, that's what I was thinking.
I feel like that's when his powers are like overworked, where he's like stretched to the very max, as you say. Not if he's just...
Yeah, no, I hear you. Okay, maybe I should... Because also I was like, well wait, would I rather like be sitting on a crowded bus and either like become droopy or catch fucking fire? Like, I guess droopy.
You'll just go back. You like the implications here.
I don't know what I meant by that. I'm gonna okay.
What
no,
if you're
okay,
like
scrapping
holding a baby and then suddenly you just ignite?
Well, no, okay. I was thinking like,
whereas it, or even worse, you become droopy.
No, but I guess I was thinking like basically it's like losing the ability to hold things, which I guess is not really comparable to catching on fire. Let's take. Okay, which one do we? Okay, I'm gonna remove.
I feel like we just stick with this, man. This is great.
Okay. All right. Would you rather be, Mr. Fantastic Droop King or Human Torch Fire?
Mr. Fantastic Droop King. Because I mean, I think it is good because I would much rather be Johnny Storm and have his powers.
Yes.
But I don't want those to just spontaneously activate.
There could be some rough scenarios. Like all kind of actually like every scenario would be bad if you caught on fire. Like actually
exactly.
There's no good time to spontaneously catch on fire.
I'm building a teepee hut and I catch fire. That's not what I want.
That wouldn't be great.
If I'm building a teepee hut and I become droopy, it's okay.
Just take a little bit longer.
I'm just so I can maintain a good social life.
Yeah.
And not be known as the guy who burns kids. I'm going to go for Mr. Fantastic, aka Droop King, and have that be my superpower and or weakness out of nowhere.
Our droopy goat, Mr. Fantastic. I can see it.
Okay. Are you going Johnny, or what are you thinking?
No, I will also go Reed Richards. Reed Richards on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I've got an interesting one. Would you rather fight Gorilla Grodd for 20 seconds or have to dress like Peacemaker 24/7 for the rest of your life?
Okay. Am I as buff as Peacemaker or no?
Nope, it's just you.
Okay, so I am. For Gorilla Boy,
Yeah.
do I have to like fight him head on, or can I like run circles?
Well, he's coming after you. You are dropped into, the arena with him. You got 20 seconds to survive. He's coming at you. I would advise not fighting him. I think like flight would be the better option.
So I just have to survive in the octagon for 20 seconds.
Yeah, against a giant, super intelligent gorilla.
Okay. Or dress as Peacemaker for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So either kind of most likely die.
Yes.
Or dress as Peacemaker. Okay, I mean, with helmet or without helmet?
Of course with helmet. Helmet's the main aspect of the costume.
Oh man.
And yes, this includes when you sleep and when you shower and when you make love.
Okay. I just feel like my life wouldn't go anywhere if I was dressed as Peacemaker. I don't think I could get a job. I'd show up to an interview and they'd look at me and be like, "What the fuck is this guy doing?" Yeah. So I'm gonna take my 20 seconds against Gorilla, and see what happens.
I think that's a good because initially I had Gorilla Grodd for 1 minute, but I was like, in 1 minute, that's a guaranteed death sentence, I'd say. But 20 seconds?
Exactly.
You could do some
20
juke
seconds.
and dodge.
That's exactly. I can do a little bit of some parkour, and also, would it be like the millisecond it hits 20 seconds, he just stops?
Yep.
Okay. All right, then I'm okay with that decision.
Yeah. No. You know. All right. I'm there with you. Me too.
Both in the octagon against Gorilla Grodd. I like it. All right. Let me simplify it a bit. Let me go back to cinema basics.
Okay.
More the viewing experience, if you will. Would you rather, for the rest of your life, watch every movie in 4DX seats with smells, things, everything, or only be able to watch movies on your phone for the rest of your life?
Ooh. That's a very good, because as someone who film is a very big part of my life, I watch like a movie a day. That is it's an art form I cherish and respect, but also I don't know which scenario is more disrespectful to the art form. Okay, a couple questions.
Both are kind of horrendous.
Do I have to pay for the 4DX every time?
No.
Okay.
All is free, and it's not just like new movies you can go see. It's like every single movie that's ever been or is going to be, you can go watch it in the cinema. Is
it near me, or do I have to travel to the cinema?
It's a...
Because basically I'm thinking like if I can only...
it's 15-minute trip.
Okay, because it comes down to like I can only watch movies in the cinema. I can't watch movies at home ever again, which would be kind of a pain. And also there's a lot of... I'm in my artsy film boy era, and so there are a lot of films that I don't think would be enhanced by the 4DX. A lot of like black and white 1950s French movies that I feel like wouldn't benefit from that.
That sounds like a truly awful experience. I can't lie. 4DX,
or like
watching some French Revolution film,
some super somber like World War II movie from the 60s or something would probably not be goated.
But you still get the smell aspect of it whenever something sad happens. You just get like a fart smell in there.
Is it also like the Lumber 40X where they have like the back punch?
It's the crazy
machine.
Exactly. It is. In fact, in this scenario, you're just living 15 minutes from Lumbu, and it's the Lumbu 4DX that you have to go to.
Okay. I mean, to be fair, having a cinema of any kind at my disposal at all times does sound kind of fucking cool. Like I could just go in and I could just watch a movie. I can bring friends and stuff.
You've got like a reserved seat there.
I could get used to it, honestly. I think I could hack that but also to never watch a movie at home again, that'd be pretty deep.
And And it's also the thing of at home you can watch a movie on your phone and you can still be doing other stuff, whereas the rules that are in a cinema still apply there. You can't sit like you're fully reciting like at least 2 hours of your day when you go in and watch that. Whereas at home,
I mean, that's fair. I do that anyway.
I enjoy that part anyways, but at home it would be you've got your phone and you can still, do other stuff.
I mean, I when I watch movies, I watch the movie, so that wouldn't be like a problem. But I don't know. Yeah, watching movies on your phone. I don't think it's like some people are like you should kill yourself if you ever watch a movie on your phone. I don't think it's like the greatest sin of all time, depending on the movie. Especially like when I'm sick, I've watched a couple movies on my phone, and that went kind of hard. Or like when I'm on a plane or something.
It can be a good cozy time, but just imagine Dune Part 3 comes out, and you're gonna sit at home on your iPhone watching that.
I gotta go 40x. Yeah, no, it would be. That's a good question though, but I would go 40x. I'd put up with the fucking roller coaster possible injury riddled trip.
It's part of the experience.
It is.
You could argue that you both toughen your mind and spirit and body going to these things. Because you watch and enjoy good cinema, experience new things, and you get pummeled the whole time, so you get used to it.
Yeah, exactly. No, okay, fair enough. What would you pick?
I think I'd join you in that as well. So we could sit 4DX together.
Also going, man,
I'm kind of like
going to the cinema is just like goated. Like
it is.
Yeah. To never go to the cinema again, that would fucking suck, dude. Like I can watch fucking TV shows on my phone, if I
yeah, exactly. YouTube, you got plenty of options, but exactly. It's just for movies. I fully get you. I'm joining you.
Boom. Okay, no, I like that. Speaking of Dune, got a interesting one here. And I don't know if this actually applies to the mechanics of this world, but I've just written it this way. Would you rather snort the Dune spice and party in the Dune world, or attend a family barbecue with the Bear Gang? Now, a couple things here. First of all, initially this question the alternative was smoke with Gandalf and party in the Shire, but as I've written here, that was too easy of a dub. That would be a very obvious answer. That sounds fucking awesome.
That actually sounds like maybe the greatest time of all time.
So I tried to... So either you're at the Bear barbecue, which I love the Bear people, but also they have an extremely dysfunctional family, and it usually devolves into something terrible.
Yeah.
But it could also be very fun. Or you snort the Dune spice, which I'm not sure if you can snort it, but I know that shit fucks you up one way or another.
But I will.
Yeah. Someone's got to try it. And then party in Dune World, which would be, I don't know, that world's kind of fucking depressing, but also maybe the Dune spice would make it lit. I don't know.
Dune spice would make it lit. I'm a level with you. The moment you said the Bear family, I was immediately not on board, because those guys are they're the worst, and so unbelievable. Like, some of them individually are, delightful, but I think that would be a kind of like weird barbecue scenario that with a bunch of people I don't really know or like, that might unfold badly. Or I can go to Dune World and snort some of that Dune shizzle and have a good time in Worm Country. I think that sounds... I think, honestly, just for the experience alone, I'll do that.
Yeah, I mean, because...
It's either go to a backyard barbecue in Chicago or go to outer space and snort space dust.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, in Season 4, I don't think you've seen Season 4 yet, there's some reconciliation, there's some wholesome the Bear moments, so I think I'm a little more of like the Bear family is kind of cute and fun.
I've not even finished Season 2.
Bro, get out of here, man. But I do agree, snorting...
Go to your Dune shizzle.
Dune stuff in Dune space. Like, you could maybe attend a gladiator event. I'm pretty sure that's something that happens. I'm sure they have fucking weird plays and shit.
God, get high on Dune dust and then go to a gladiator event and ride worms. This sounds phenomenal. Not
gonna lie, for some reason when you said like go to the worm party or whatever, I forgot that there were actual worms, and I was thinking of fucking Stellan Skarsgård's like bald ass family as the worm party.
You're thinking of the zombie from 28 years later.
Yeah. what a worm that is. I will say, yeah, I don't know. I mean, to be fair, also in the movie, I'm pretty sure that Dune spice fucking gives you seizures or whatever. I don't think it actually, like, it's like a drug. But...
What? Wait a minute.
But all sales are final. You've accepted your fate. Goodbye. Let's move on.
I feel like this is something that has to be mentioned beforehand. So I can either go to have a barbecue in Chicago or go snort space dust and have a seizure and die in space. Surrounded by the Worm Boys, which is the Skarsgård family.
The real life Skarsgård family. Yeah. I mean, okay, I don't think it gives you a seizure. I just don't really remember what this place does. I just know it, like,
I feel like it turns your eyes blue, and you kind of get in touch with the
It definitely doesn't give you a seizure. What a great ending to Dune that would be. He lands on the planet, just immediately starts fucking freaking out.
Takes one step outside, just starts writhing on the floor.
Okay, no, so I think we've decided Dune Spice, hold the seizure. We'll hit up Dune World.
Dune Spice, hold the seizure. My average restaurant order? Alright. Would you rather once a day, randomly, be hunted down by Wong from Weapons when he's in his Naruto run phase?
Mm-hmm.
So that's 1 minute a day. You have to, like, survive that randomly. Or be Christian Grey's sub for 15 minutes.
Why are all of yours so sexual?
Once a week.
Wait,
so,
yeah, how many
survive
minutes?
Wong for 1 minute once a day, or endure Christian for 15 minutes a week.
Okay, first of all, I hate that I yelled really excitedly, how many minutes?
Yeah, bro wants the details.
First of all, I'm appalled but not surprised that all of yours involve... Actually, well, I was the first Schmeat one, but I clearly opened the gates there for you to just go crazy.
There was not enough grounding from you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay, first of all...
And can I just say, I think this is what the people want to know.
Yeah, I think this is what the world needs to know, honestly. I think the country's been waiting for this one. I mean...
This is going to alter the stock markets.
No, I would absolutely... Because I don't want to be... Controversial take. I don't want to be fucked by Christian Grey. So I'm going to take... I'm not going to be subjected to sexual humiliation because you've put me in this, in this situation. Also, by the way,
but
Wong low-key seemed very survivable. They didn't have, like, that much trouble there. Like, in that scene in the fucking parking lot, they were doing all right. Like...
But he's got the relentlessness of a zombie. Like, he's just going at it. He's
That's 1 minute.
You.
I can do 1 minute.
But it's also randomly. Like, you could be taking a shit and he just pops open.
Well, where does he come from? Does he... Because the Naruto run, like, presumably it has to... He can't just pop up in the room I'm in. Like, that's just like... Then he'll kill me.
Okay, you're right. You're...
Like, how many meters away is he?
He randomly spawns 20 meters away from you.
Okay. So is he already in my house if I'm taking a shit?
If it's... depends where you are in your house, I guess. If you're strategically taking a shit in the middle of your house where there's a radius of 20 meters that is outside, he wouldn't.
Okay.
But he just, like, jumped through the window.
I could definitely... Man, no, I had some problems with the movie Weapons, which I'm sure we will or have talked about in a previous pod, I guess.
Ooh.
But I think, honestly, not that deep. Like, half the people who are, like, in that blind rage phase... They're stopped by doors. You know, the fucking spoilers or whatever. At the end, the parents, they're held back by a door for like 20 fucking minutes. Like, how many of those weapon zombie people were like that effective? Like, one of them gets fucking shot. Like, bro, Josh Brolin is kicking the one across the room like 8 different times in that one scene. I know that's not Benedict Wong, but like, I feel like...
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like...
That guy had a third of the mass of Benedict Wong.
But also, again, in the fucking car park scene... He's not like an intelligent, he's just sort of like a drone. Like again, they're able to sort of squirm away from him and push him off.
They're they're able to squirm away, but that's only because of Josh Brolin being an absolute Chad. You know? Like, if it was just,
I could Brolin my way through it.
Do you think that if Josh Brolin was just alone and Wong was going for Josh Brolin, that Josh Brolin would have survived that?
Okay, but can we just keep in mind the alternative is get sexed up by Christian Grey for 15 minutes every week, which, by the way, 15 minutes, you're not like being very generous to Christian Grey's sexual abilities.
No, the thing is, this might not even. Can I just say there might not even be any penetration. You're simply his sub.
What does that mean?
You'll be chained up, kind of thing.
Why did you say that like you're the authority on BDSM? Now, technically, according to Article 4, there's no penetration. It's just he's just the dom. I don't want him to touch me in any way. I'll be quite frank.
Okay, that's totally fair. You just want to be touched by Wong instead.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I think I'll take on Wong, man. I mean, it could lead to some awkward moments. It can't happen while I'm sleeping, can it? I mean, that would be kind of unfair.
Let's say there's a 6-hour period where it cannot. So let's say from midnight to 6 a.m. Wong doesn't spawn. But anytime before or after that, it's fair game.
Yeah, you know, it'd be kind of deep, but like I think I'd get a handle on it. It'd be like I don't know, like those movies, fucking the Groundhog Day style movies, Happy Death Day, whatever, where you start to learn the patterns and you start to like figure out like, okay, I can do this and do that.
Yeah, and I feel like you would kind of, if he attacks you early on in the day, then you know that you can go to sleep early on, and then wake up as long as you wake up at 6, you're good.
Yeah, I can carry bear spray with me most places. We aight.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know if you could legally carry bear. I wasn't saying that like I do carry bear. I was, as a hypothetical maybe.
You said that very confidently. I know for a fact that I can carry bear spray wherever I go.
I actually think it might be illegal to carry bear spray in some places, but anyway, I guess I'll look into it. What about you? What are you doing? Are you subbing?
I'll probably do this. Honestly, I could learn to grow into it. It would be a fixed appointment, 15 minutes a week. That's all right.
But can he? Okay, I genuinely don't want to get into it. But can he just do what he wants with you? I mean, it
sounds like you really want to get into the nitty-gritty.
I mean, like,
here.
What's the
and
implication?
For that, sir, I applaud you, and let's do it.
No, I'm just saying, like, 15 minutes, like. So is the implication of the sub thing,
Well, you and I have both seen Christian Grey's work in the cinema together, so we know that he is not like a hardcore extremist. It's it'll be some light bondage.
But I don't like. So is there like a chance that this week like he's gonna try to like insert himself, or like am I always?
There is a very good chance.
So no, I don't know. If that this sounds like you just wanted to explore your own fantasies of having a 15-minute weekly appointment.
No. It's a beautiful question that parallels survival and fear with kind of like feeling vulnerable and free.
Okay, all right. I think you've made your point. I say I have one more, and then you do one more, and then we call it a day.
Okay.
And if you have any more extras, I assume we'll do a part 3, unless this is, and it's possible this will be the last episode ever we do of the podcast after the questions. Can't believe you opened with the climax question. That was your first one.
No. I think I opened with the Benoit question.
You did. To be fair. Well, anyway, okay. My last one here, and this is a reference to a movie that I don't think you've seen, but
okay.
And it is it is weirdly a spoiler for this movie, but I kind of assume you don't mind. Do you mind if I spoil the movie Materialists?
Oh my god, that is number 1 on my watch list. I'll never forgive you. Go on.
All right, spoilers for Materialists, which is, I'm not going to lie, I think it's quite funny that this is a plot twist in the movie. Would you rather date Chris Evans, but he's poor, or date Pedro Pascal, but he's 5 feet tall?
What?
So there's a reveal in Materialists, because it's about, modern dating and aesthetics and how shallow everything is. And Pedro Pascal reveals, he's like this billionaire guy, that he used to be like 4'11" and he got leg extending surgery to make him a tall.
There is the whole thing of like ideal height kind of thing in the trailer I saw.
Yes, yeah. And look, I'm not. I've had conversations with some people and they're like, actually, that's sort of insensitive. Like, I'm not saying people are not insecure about their height, and I'm not saying that doesn't play a factor in dating, but the way in the movie it's presented this very dramatic scene where he's like, there's something you don't know about me. I had my legs fucking shattered so I'd grow like a foot taller. I'm sorry. I think that's objectively funny to get your, like, if it's done purely for like aesthetic reasons, getting your legs broken to get taller,
I think
is like funny.
I think it is.
I'm sorry.
Because I've seen a few videos of it, right? And I think it is both hilarious, but also just completely insane.
No, that's what I mean. That's what I'm like. I don't feel, again, if it's completely of your own choice, it's like a hair transplant or whatever. If it's like an aesthetic thing, the fact that you would do that, and the fact that the movie was like, yeah, it was like this big dramatic moment. Like Pedro Pascal, to like show how tall he used to be, he like gets down on his knees, and it's like, damn, that's deep. But I was laughing out loud. I'll be honest. Anyway, and bro, the worst part.
That sounds goofy as hell.
Bro, the worst part, he fucking says, he's like, before I had the surgery, women wouldn't even look at me. And it's like, first, you're Pedro Pascal, you're like handsomest man on earth. And in the movie, he's like a billionaire. I'm like, no women would look at you because you were 5 foot tall when you're Pedro Pascal and you're a billionaire. Like, and you're like the most charming man on earth.
I don't fully believe that.
Yeah, but so anyway, and the juxtaposition or the comparison is then Chris Evans is sort of the other part of the love triangle-ish. And, he's nice and real and whatever, but also he's poor, and that's like deep or whatever. So are you saying I'm Pedro before surgery? No. This is, would you rather date Chris Evans?
Oh,
so date. You're the Dakota Johnson role here.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But sorry, was Pedro? Is he 5 foot?
No, so he's tall in the movie, but I'm giving him his 5 foot status back.
But I know of his leg shattering ways.
No, he is 5 foot. No, I'm saying because this is like in this scenario, he's 5 foot. In the movie, he's 6 foot.
Okay, in this scenario, he's 5 foot. Okay,
in this scenario, because I'm trying to ascertain basically if this height thing is as deep as the movie makes it seem. If you'd be like, well, Pedro Pascal is like the sexiest man ever, but he's 5 feet tall, or also Chris Evans is like sexy, but he's poor.
I am the man to ask for this.
Yeah, I mean, you think about this often.
Well, this might be bad. Well, first of all, Pedro is still a very nice guy in the movie, right?
Oh yeah, he's very nice.
Okay. In my head, and I've never really understood the height thing, because some of our friends, they'll be talking like, oh, guy can't be below 5'7", he's too short and stuff like that. I'm just like, I don't really get the whole not appreciating short kings kind of thing.
Me neither.
I've never really, I've never understood. Like, obviously, I'd prefer to be tall than not, but I don't see it as like a huge kind of deal breaker in any way. Unless you're like, like 1.30 meters, then it's kind of like, okay.
I don't know. I feel like Dinklage, he'd be kind of sexy.
Also true. There are exceptions to everything.
Also, may I say, just an observation in my personal life, short kings, usually very handsome. I'm not trying to call out anyone I know specifically, like, because I don't want to possibly insult them by calling them a short king, but I will also compliment just by saying a couple of friends of mine who are, shorter than the average height, perhaps, absolutely chiseled.
Ooh, I see. What about yourself as a shorter king?
I don't know what you're talking about. I am 6 feet tall. It says so on government paperwork. Thank you very much.
I've been sending you so many short king memes, and I love it so much.
I have noticed.
First of all, it's not really true.
I hit them with the thumbs down emoji. I hope you realize. Also, by the way, I do have a recurring fear of being at a party and someone pulling out the TikTok trend of measuring guys at the party to see if they're lying about their height. Because I'm not going to lie, even though it does say 6 foot on official paperwork, I kind of think I might be 5'11". I'm not going to lie. And I'm not trying to find that out in a public setting, I'll be honest.
That's, I think, a very real fear and a fair fear. I also think it's good that you're coming out about this now. You're getting ahead of it if it happens.
I mean, again, That's just a theory. Again, officially.
This we went from very confident to saying like, I'm 6 foot. It says so on my government ID. I believe I'm 5'11".
Okay, there may have been an incident where I may have visited a medical professional who had to take my height. They may have said that I'm closer to 5'10", 5'11" than I am to 6 foot. I don't know. This may have happened.
We're decreasing by the inch.
Yeah. Okay, fine. I'm actually 5'6". I'm Pedro Maxing.
But yeah, going back to the Pedro Maxing, would you rather? I have just never really understood the hype about, or the hate towards short kings. So I'm gonna take Pedro in this scenario. I'm gonna date the hell out of Pedro.
And also, to be clear, nothing wrong with being not financially, on the up. As currently, I'm kind of also Chris Evans maxing on that front. I'm in my broke man.
I'm the worst of both of these characters.
I'm actually short and poor, so this isn't super ideal. But
secret option number 3.
Yeah. But also in the movie, and I guess in real life, like again, nothing inherently obviously wrong with being poor, but it like presents more problems in their actual relationship. Like they can't go places, they can't do things they want to do. It causes more conflict than Pedro being short. But for some reason in the end she chooses Chris Evans over Pedro, because I guess like but not because he was short, because she just doesn't feel the vibe or something. I don't know. That movie was low key kind of ass. I'm thinking of making a video about it. It was very disappointing. I thought it was really good. But anyway,
so were you a big Pedro rooter?
Well, he was super sexy and cool and awesome, and then like in the scene where he confesses his leg breaking ways, he like kind of has sort of a douchey moment, like he's sort of like mean for a minute, and the implication is also like he's not like real life, like he's too good to be true. But also I was like, I don't know, he seems pretty cool. And Chris Evans, like, also another problem in the movie, Chris Evans is the wrong actor to get to play a poor like person living in like he just looks like a fucking movie star. I don't buy him.
He looks like $1 million.
Yeah. But anyway, I guess I would go Pedro as well. Also, just Pedro versus Chris Evans. Who you picking? Just out of interest. Just no caveats.
No caveats. I think honestly I might be choosing Chris Evans just because I feel like Pedro, I would love hanging out with him, but I feel like I could have a better time with Chris Evans.
Fair.
I feel like he's more our vibe.
I agree. I think Chris Evans, he'd fit in better on the podcast. That's an official invitation.
I think he would.
Well, go ahead. Hit me with your last one.
Oh God.
And if this is about my dick in any way, I swear to fucking God.
I'm gonna end on a banger.
Okay.
Yeah. Would you rather live the life of Jordan Belfort, but you never have to deal with the consequences of your actions?
Okay.
And you live like as a rich, Wall Street playboy till the end of days. Or, so have that be one scenario, or live your life as Brendan Fraser's The Whale.
Come on. Well, you've set me up terribly here, because I was about to do like a really philosophical thing about like, well, even if there are no legal consequences morally, I would have quandaries, and you cannot experience pleasure too often or whatever. But then you hit me, okay, would I rather be the fucking whale, bro? I mean, the whale lives a miserably lonely life, and dare I also say, based on the movie's runtime, he's 2 hours from death from the opening of the movie, because I'm pretty sure he dies at the end.
He does.
Okay, I was trying to remember. Indeed a banger, I will say. Alright, yeah. And to be clear, I would not like to live Jordan Belfort's lifestyle.
No, of course.
But I really would not want to be the whale. So I guess we've established that. I saw a clip the other day from the movie where he tries to get up and he like puts his weight on the table and the table fucking collapses, and it made me laugh really hard. In hindsight, that movie's like sort of. I remember when I saw it, I was like, damn, that's really deep. That's like super fucked up. But in hindsight, is that movie not like kind of super goofy?
Yeah. So you're not choosing to be the whale?
I'm gonna say probably not.
Okay, that's
I
fair.
do. I will say, in some deep philosophical way, you could probably go on a thing, because I think, not remembering the whale much, I think the whole point of the whale is, like, even though his life is, like, it's, like, kind of cooked, but, like, he keeps a positive attitude. Like, it's about your internal whatever, and he's, like, grateful for life, and that makes it worth it, or some shit. Maybe, that could be completely wrong. And Jordan Belfort, like, he's living a more, stylish, flashy life, but internally, can it fill the void in your heart of true love or whatever? But also, I ain't trying to be the whale, bro. So, no offense, the whale.
His life's kind of cool.
I mean, like, that's one way to put it.
Very, very sensitive way about the subject.
Well, I think that was a truly enlightening conversation that I imagine has improved the lives of everyone who hears it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I would ask, how would you answer these questions? But quite frankly, I don't want anyone else to answer these questions ever. So you can answer, I guess, the whale question. I'll allow that. But besides that, I feel like no human should have to answer any of these questions. But yeah, since this is a pre-recorded pod, there is no Tom Knews this week, and no announcements this week, although we do the announcements on a monthly basis now, as we've established before. I don't know how established that is now. But
True.
So quite frankly, it's over. The pod. It's done.
Go home.
Yeah, why are you still here? So I will just say, thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed the pod. If you did, leave a... God, this is the first time I've done this in so long. I'm like, can I still remember all the fucking things? Leave a like on YouTube if you like the pod. You can also check us out on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And if you're listening there, we're on YouTube as well. Please subscribe. You can find me on YouTube, BHL Hudson, Instagram, BHL_Hudson, and on Letterboxd at Real BHL Hudson.
Ooh, that was good. You've done.
I think that's everything.
I need to see if I think so. I need to. Yeah, let me see here. You can find me on YouTube at FDK Space Gaming. You can find me on Instagram at on Instagram at Fidalgard, and on Letterboxd at FDK_Thwilms.
Ah, my goodness. Damn.
God.
Well, thank you very much. Jesus. Thank you very much for listening, and we will see you next time.
Yahoo!